What's good, y'all? Let's Make Sense of It podcast. We are back for another week, and like we always say,
the truth you don't want, but you definitely need it.
You definitely need it. I go by the boy Vance,
And I'm Ash.
and we are back again. Like always, follow us on Instagram. Let's Make Sense of It _. Let's Make Sense of It _ as we are slowly approaching the 5,000 mark. If you're watching us right now on YouTube, make sure you subscribe as we are slowly approaching the 1,000 subscriber mark. So we definitely appreciate that. And if you are listening to us on any of your listening platforms, Apple, Spotify, etc., make sure you leave a review. Make sure you follow the show. And all that good stuff. So this week, we're going to have some fun this week. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? We got a little serious the last show, but we're going to have some fun this week. And what better person to bring in to have some fun than you want to be petty Wednesday, petty, you know what I'm saying? What do you, that's fine. No, I ain't go throw the government out there. So we got Petty Wednesday in the building. So hold on, let me find the claps. Where the claps at?
Question, because I feel like going in on some.
Can't find the claps.
I feel like going.
All right, we can't find the claps, but they're over there. There we go. There we go. So first of all, how are you?
I'm okay. I'm cold.
Slide that mic a little closer to you.
Okay. Right here.
There you go.
Lean into it.
Yeah. For some reason, I don't know what was. Try that.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
All right, now we good.
Yeah, I'm cold. I'm a little cold.
A little cold.
That's it. So I can't really tell if y'all got heat in here because I'm so cold. But
I think we good today. Usually it's a little. Usually it's hot in here.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess
the topics get popping.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
There we go. So first of all, explain who Petty Wednesday is.
So listen, I was about to go into a whole story about a little girl from back in the day. So listen. So one day at my job, I just was very fed up one day. And I remember spinning around the chair just like this one. And I just went on Facebook and just started talking about different things. And I used the hashtag Petty Wednesday. I actually had a reminder. I used to use Childish Wednesday. And then from there, like the first day was like really good. Like we was cracking up. So then I just continued. And then from there, I came up with some t-shirts, as y'all can see now, they're available online, pettywednesday.com, okay, back. So, yeah, it's just been fun, just basically getting on Facebook every Wednesday. I migrated to Instagram, completely different audience. But it's fun. I just try to post the latest things that's happening, funny content so we can laugh and, make conversation out of everything. It'd be funny though. Right.
So what made you go with the Petty Wednesday? You could pick any day out of the week. Why Wednesday?
Wednesday has always been my favorite day of the week. Okay. Always. It's just like the middle of the week. Like you about to get paid, maybe about to go on vacation. So Wednesday always been my favorite day. So it just all goes well. It all worked out.
So let's go back.
I love that you have your notebook.
Let's go. gotta come prepared. So you graduated from HBCU, correct?
I sure did. Did you research that?
Of course, I do my research.
Let's get into it. Okay.
Which HBCU did you graduate
Virginia
from?
State University, home of the Trojans.
Oh.
Don't play with Virginia State.
So what made you go there?
Listen, so I believe college was always something that my mom was like, I had to do. So if I had to go, it was always HBCU. Like it was nothing else. Like we did go on college tour. So on the college tour was Virginia State, maybe Norfolk, Hampton. Why do I sound like I'm about to cry something? But anyway, but it was a bunch of schools. But it was always HBCU. It was Virginia State or Johnson C. Smith. Johnson C. Smith is in North Carolina, and Morgan State. Okay. But
what was it about Virginia? That was just the one that you. What did you go for? What was your what was your major?
Criminal justice, social work, those things. What was it about Virginia State? The food was good. I will point out that.
Period.
The food was good.
That helps.
And it just really seemed like family. Like I remember the whole yard was like packed. Like that's where everybody hang out, and it just was. I don't know, it was a vibe. Yeah, it was a vibe. I really love Virginia State though. That's still the best 4 years of my time. But everybody go to HBCUs. I really try not to talk to people who don't. But everybody has
like we had something in common. I don't know what you're talking about over there.
Yeah, it was never. Even when I went to, I think the first year. I'm sorry, y'all. I think the first year was like so drastic, right? So even when I wanted to transfer, I wanted to go to Lincoln. I would have went to Lincoln, still HBCU. So did y'all go to HBCU?
I didn't go to college.
Okay, well that's cool.
I went to Penn State for 1 year and then left. So you know.
It's okay. I still talk to you. It's okay. It's okay. Everybody has a choice. But yeah, HBCU all the way.
So when you graduated, did you stick to the same field that you went to school with?
Yeah. You said I got the same.
Like,
people, right?
did you stay? Like, did you stick? Did you end up using it? Yeah, was criminal justice like? Does that? You do that?
Yeah.
You just like
yeah. So always like working with kids. Doing some type of investigation. So yeah. So I would say that I use my degree. But whatever.
Now you're a twin, correct?
A twin? What is that?
Are you a
Oh my goodness! Every time somebody asks me I have a twin, I'll be like, no. But I do have a twin. Actually, she has a coloring book out now. Make sure y'all get that on Amazon.
Oh, that's dope.
It's like it's kids in there that you can color in. It's really good. But yes, I do have an associate. Is what I refer to.
Why do you hate? Because your name on Instagram is I hate twins.
Okay, maybe just a person that looks like me.
Really. I don't know. It's been a running thing for so many years. It's just like I'm so used to it. So people will see me. It's like I know it's when I have an associate.
Right.
I don't know. We've been saying it so long, but she's around coloring book. Friends support friends. So
that's dope. So where did y'all get y'all hustle from? Because clearly, if you say she has a coloring book, you have a card game, which we're gonna get to in a second. Like where does the hustle come from?
I'm not sure. We always be doing stuff. I feel like my mom was very active and like pushing us. My sister went to Bloomsburg High School, but whatever. So so we always kind of just been out here working hard. So I guess we try to keep it going.
That's good. Now, the card game.
The card game.
What got you?
How petty are you?
How petty are you? What made you do a card game?
Let's think. Like back in the day. No, I'm a card player though. I like playing spades. Penny pig, anything gambling, and I like to drink, and I like to be childish. So I felt like, well, I put it all in one, and let's see how it work out. So it's still coming together.
How is the reception, man? Because you did a tour, right? So
yes, I've been on tour. Let's talk about it.
You did. Let me see. So you did Indiana, ATL, Dallas, Vegas, NYC, and NOLA.
Let me tell y'all, he does not play about these notes. He is on it. I really, that is so entertaining. Okay, that's good. So I'm on tour.
How did that go? How did the tour start? Like, did you just pick these cities and then just?
I was going to these places. So I just was like, well, we might as well just go on tour. I think we was going to Vegas for the concert they had. I can't really think of the name, but so he's going to Vegas. So he's like, all right, throw Vegas in there. I think I was already going to Dallas, and the other cities probably was like surrounded. So I was just actually making it up as I go along, and it really worked out. It was good. It was good. So that was fine. That was going to different cities. I like to travel as well, so might as well take the game with you.
Was it like a random? Like, did you know these people when you were going to these different cities, or was it like a random thing, or did you know?
Let me see. When Vegas was a group trip.
Okay.
My friend went to Indiana, so that worked out. What else? All other places probably was like random places, but they were fine.
So who did you try this game on first before you actually like?
My friends. Shout out to my friends. They still around, but
they still around.
Yeah, they still around. So when I was thinking about it, we came from like card paper, like everything, just like writing it out. And I had the idea for like some years, and then I was just like, well, I'll just get them to play because we play cards, so it's not like we don't get have gatherings. We used to do like game nights and all that stuff, so it wasn't far-fetched. Okay. So I got like a couple people together. We played it, got trashed, and it was just like, let's just do it. I mean, you got to put it out there to practice, so we'll see. But it worked out.
What's one of the craziest questions you have in this game?
Let's see. A lot of them be like, the purpose of the game basically is to start conversation. Like, it could be an icebreaker. It's not really meant to play all day, right? In my opinion, it's more so like something quick because most of the cards it's like a lot of drinking, which is one of the feedbacks I've received. It is a lot of drinking.
Everything take a shot.
Everything is take a shot, but I don't know, be questions in there like, whoever don't got a passport. Do y'all have passports?
Yes.
Okay. I was about to give y'all 2 strikes. I was like, first they didn't go to school. They don't have the passports, but so it'd be like, take a shot if you don't have a side tooth. Take a shot if you dating a married man.
Not a side tooth.
That's super petty. Take a shot if you got a side tooth.
So it really gets the crowd going. So, and then there's a question there about like HBCUs, like name an HBCU, whoever mess up, take a shot. So that, has, like, every time I've seen people use that card, it stops the game because it becomes a conversation. So that's what it's meant to be. It's not because you really would be trash, but
so now it's a drunk conversation.
Right, exactly.
Now this is a battle. But I've seen people play in different ways, like by themselves. I've seen a couple play. Like, so people be, it's going well, I would say.
So you did a conference, you did InvestFest, is that correct?
InvestFest, let's talk about it.
How was InvestFest?
InvestFest. So I was not at InvestFest.
Oh, you wasn't there. All right, that was just something.
No, but they said Marquita. Shout out to Marquita. On the stage, it's on Instagram. She was working with me with the card game. So she went to Indiana. Shout out to the Sick McGinn Rose. 100 years to them. She, so she be traveling. So she went to Indiana, and she was out in InvestFest as well. So it all worked out. So according to Marquita, InvestFest was popping. Like I can speak for her. Shout out to her. It was popping. It was a big deal down there. Me and her had a good time down there. So I can explain it well based off her reception, but I wasn't there physically.
And from time to time, you do Topic Tuesdays, correct?
Yes.
So where do you be like? Are they topics that you come up with, or is it something that you might have seen and?
No, some of them topics be maybe topics I had on Facebook, maybe, Facebook left a reminder. So they be like from like years ago. And then I'd be like, I ain't put this on Instagram yet and go from there. But yeah, mostly I could see something and just try to build some type of question around it. So, but it's been fun. That's the only thing that's been consistent, Topic Tuesday. You're doing really good with your notebook. Really good.
You gotta stay prepared, man. You gotta stay prepared. You gotta stay on your feet. So you got the card game, got the lighters here, obviously. You got the shirts. Yes. What else you have? What else do you have? Gear wise.
Just the shirts that's on the website. The lighters. Yeah, I got those. I just got those around.
You just wake up and decide. I'll get that today.
I'll just do this today. Yeah. It is what it is. We'll see how I go. So that's it. So right now I just really be focused on the card game. Just move. I want to kind of move into a gaming direction. Like I want to just create the moments or the fun times. So yeah, just more into gaming. So I just we pushing it, and then whatever else comes.
What was the hardest part with getting your own card game that you think?
I actually do it like just maybe. I don't know. Attempting to be different and then realizing everything's the same. Sure. Everything really just comes down to marketing. But that was it really. I felt like it was rather fun in the beginning stages. It was interesting, but I couldn't say nothing that was like too hard. Maybe research. Research is always the hardest thing, but I really equate that to me being a little bit lazy with research. So, some people enjoy it. So,
you built up a hell of a following.
Yes, he's doing good again.
How did you build up a hell of a following on your road to 10K on your Petty Wednesday page? So
he's doing good.
Yep. So how's that following? How do you think that you've built that following up so crazy like that?
Half the people, it be seem like half the people I probably know, and then they're like friends of friends. Back to Virginia State is a plus because most of my friends are from like different places, so that brings in more states. Right. So. I don't know. Probably the captions.
You got some hell of a captions.
Yeah, it's probably the captions though.
Does the game have a separate page from your...
It does. Now I'm not sure that was a part of your research or So yes, I did create a card game page, which I need to post on more because Instagram always starting to delete my Petty Wednesday page. So it is a How Petty Are You page where I just be posting like different content. So when we went to HBCU tour, I think we on Delaware State, so I'm just posting content a day for Delaware State. But it's been fun though. It gives me a good chuckle. I live for a good chuckle.
Not a good job.
It seems like it just comes so easy to you sometimes. Like it just seems like you're just like, yeah, let me work on this. Let me get on work on that. Like
this is successful. I'm gonna do.
I be having a lot of ideas. So once I learned, like just try it. Whether it's going
working,
you gotta try it. So it's cool.
All right,
that makes sense.
That's cool to you for now. Let's get let's get. All right, so for those who's first time watching, we do topics and themes of the show. So today, I thought we'd do, since Thanksgiving's coming up, I think we'd do Thanksgiving etiquette. So what are the do's and don'ts when it comes to Thanksgiving? I'll start with one actually. With the everybody shouldn't cook. Let's just how people do the potlucks.
Well, I mean, you save that for Friendsgiving. You don't do that for your actual Thanksgiving.
I wouldn't recommend that for Friendsgiving either.
You do.
When did Friendsgiving start?
Yeah, when did Friendsgiving start?
When is that?
Me and my friends have one every year.
Is that like is that pre-Thanksgiving?
No, it's after Thanksgiving. We used to do it on the day of Thanksgiving. Like, it was to a point we didn't want to be around our family all day. So it's like after a while you get tired of it. So you want to be around your friends and do bald head whole shit.
Oh wow!
All right.
Okay, cool. That's what's up.
Do's and don'ts when it comes to Thanksgiving. What do you think some do's and don'ts are?
Don't bring somebody that your family hates to Thanksgiving dinner. So what, you talking about somebody you're dating, or you talking about
dating
a cousin, a husband that nobody like, or he beating your ass? Why is he at the dinner table with everybody?
No.
Damn.
Don't bring him to Thanksgiving dinner.
I'm cracking up. So she shouldn't bring her husband if he beating her up?
No, just come by yourself.
Okay.
What if you're dating somebody? All right. So what if you're dating somebody? Should you bring someone along with you when it comes to Thanksgiving?
How long y'all been dating?
Yeah. How long?
I don't know. I don't really have a. But sometimes people want to use the holidays to gauge their relationships.
No.
Yeah, we was dating maybe 7-8 years.
Damn.
Then we could be like, yeah, come through.
So it's got to be over 7. It got to be 7-8 years for you to bring.
7 is extreme, but I feel like 3 is cool.
All right, so 3. All right, so 3 years they can come around for Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Are we date after 3 years we're in a relationship or still dating?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
All right, it's
I mean, what you gonna bring somebody to Thanksgiving? Do you know them for 2 months?
Yeah,
you met them in September.
Hey, but you never know.
Now it's Thanksgiving.
You never know nowadays.
I want you to meet my mom. Like what?
Like you was outside and then grandma was like, who that boy outside? And now all of a sudden
that boy outside. My business.
Why you bringing the plate out to him?
Because
certain family members are trying to be nosy. Like a chick could probably try to slide a plate out to somebody. Now all of a sudden here come the nosy aunt. Here come the
I'm in everybody's business.
Oh, you there?
I want to know what's going on. Yeah, especially if I had nieces and nephews. Yeah, I want to know what's happening. Like, why we can't eat together? Something like that. So yeah, I'll be there.
No, you're not saying this.
Have dinner at a reasonable time. Like let's not have us wait until fucking.
What time y'all be having Thanksgiving dinner?
That shit varies.
Food usually done by at least, I would say, 4:00.
Oh yeah,
I would hope so.
All-day thing though.
I would hope so. Some people do earlier, some people do later. I feel like if you do later.
Yeah, later is better.
Nah, I can't. I don't think I can. Nah.
But everybody start at different times, so you house hopping. Do y'all sit in the family setting or y'all house hop? I've been house hopping the last couple of years.
I house hop definitely.
Yeah, so I'm eating every meal.
All right, so that makes sense. So if you there early, you know what I'm saying, but somebody might fuck your household up. Well, I guess if you get the times ahead of time, then you ain't really.
Okay.
Oh, what time y'all starting? All right, I'm gonna be here. Here
from wake up till nighttime. It should
now,
be.
When you house hop, right? What's a reasonable time for you to stay before it's just like, all right, you just was here for the plea and then you was.
I'm at everybody's house an hour and a half.
All right.
Yeah, everybody get an hour and a half. if it goes to an hour, 2 hours, then I'm showing off. So gotta go.
Depends on who there. Like, who at this house?
Got a point.
What cousin is at this house? Baby, I don't like everybody here. I just came because I know that this auntie or this cousin make a good sweet potato pie.
Right. And
macaroni and cheese. So I just came for my plate. And then I'm going to the next house because I know everybody over there.
House hopping might be safe. Might be a little bit safer too, depending on which family members it is. Because let me ask you this question: What shouldn't someone ask you at Thanksgiving? Because people quick to break out. Oh, you gotta
when you having a baby.
Child,
there it is. there it is.
When you having a baby.
Why is that the first thing that comes up?
Or if you just recently broke up with somebody. Oh, where's such and such at?
Oh yeah, see, that's why you shouldn't be inviting people over. That's too many questions.
Don't ask too many questions.
You done had 2 different niggas between 3 Thanksgivings. What's going on?
Shit, God damn.
Now somebody definitely asking the question.
God damn, right at it.
She went off.
Yeah. All right, let me ask you this question. Since we keeping it petty, what's the pettiest thing you ever seen or done after a breakup?
I mean, I really feel it depends on the level. Like
Your level of petty?
Let me see. I'm not really sure. I don't know the typical. Yeah, I can't even say change password because I'm always on somebody else's password. So I can't even say that. So I don't know.
Pettiest
Thing?
Cause it be like real shit. I mean,
take somebody else on a trip that playing with somebody else.
Period.
Whoa.
That's what I'm saying. Like, is that petty or is that dangerous? Like, that's what I'm saying. So I don't know. I think you know.
Was this right after the breakup? Like, was this what like y'all broke up and then like when was how far after the breakup was the trip?
It could have been like 2 months.
All right.
Wow. I mean, if I can't get a refund, I mean, somebody might as well go on the trip.
So you broke up with somebody and then you went on a trip.
You getting federal.
I wanted to understand. I'm sorry. You right there.
I was
understand what's going on.
I had the enjoy.
Because they gonna be like, well, was this an intentional breakup? Because you knew that I had this trip. You know what I'm saying?
Or maybe changing your number in the middle of a breakup.
Oh, that's too.
Yeah, that's.
Just to give him right back to him. So I guess.
What was the pettiest thing you ever taken?
Taken?
Yeah, like you taking back.
I don't be taking stuff back. I don't think. Yeah.
No, you got it.
I don't think I want nothing back. I don't need anything that was attached to you. You know what I'm saying? But it depends how it depends. You know what I'm saying? It depends how the relationship ended. Because we had, all right, so you answer this question. We had one of the questions was like after a break, or what was it? When they take the ring back, right?
Oh yeah.
What was that question?
If you got engaged and y'all broke up, would you give the ring back?
Would you give the ring back?
No.
Exactly.
I said yeah. I said, what are you holding on to?
I'm gonna sell it.
Yeah,
she said
I'm gonna sell it.
She said she's gonna sell it.
Yeah,
I want the ring
I
back.
can get a good price. Yeah, sure.
What I'm gonna keep wearing it?
Yeah, I might like it for other reasons. But I like it back. That's childish.
I need it back. I just me personally.
How are you gonna get it back?
You said men are drastic?
Yeah. Why would you want it back for?
What you gonna do?
Why not?
But I dated somebody that like kept a ring that somebody gave them, and it was kind of like I peeped it, but I know women wear a ring all the time. But I was like, let me ask this question. She never really had a good enough reason to just keep wearing it, but it meant something to her. But I'm like, if you dealing with other people, why you wearing a ring? You got some people who want to hold on to stuff for sentimental value, and it's just like, why?
So did that bother you?
Yeah, it bothered me. Why you wearing a ring that another nigga gave you?
Nah.
Yeah, because what are you holding on to?
Let that be vice versa, and it be like something that I'm holding on to that a female gave me.
Okay, she said it was important. It was important to her. Did you automatically think that that's because of the relationship, or maybe it was just a nice looking ring?
No, that shit was not that. That joint was trash. That joint was trash, bro.
That's what was wrong. You was jealous of the ring.
I wasn't jealous of the ring.
You don't want to admit.
Ladies, your best bet, just sell it. Just sell it. It's okay. Unless it's worth, if it ain't worth nothing.
Copper
you ain't gonna get nothing.
What? Not that. He said it was copper. Super petty. You know he probably mentioned it.
Yeah.
You know he probably mentioned it every time. Yeah, you had that copper ass ring on. You must still like it.
He don't like the ring.
That nutty ass ring. I don't know. Everybody want that. Like, oh, you upset?
All right, let me. Not that clearly. All right. So I took some of your scenarios off your page.
Oh yeah, I hope they good ones.
Some of your quick scenarios. All right, so let me start with this one. It says, let's say you owe someone money. It says Jade and April agreed to put envelope in the mailbox. Jade puts their money in the mailbox. Someone steals the money before April gets it out the mailbox. Should Jade replace the money? Is April at fault for not getting the money sooner out the mailbox?
I ain't replacing
What would you do?
I'm not replacing anything.
Yeah.
It's in your mailbox. Like, once I put it in there and close it, I ain't got nothing to do with it.
I agree. Yeah, if I'm the person that's paying the money back, yes. But if I'm on the other side, it's like first of all, loss. Yeah, I guess you got to take that. You got to take that L.
You got to take that. Don't call me. Hey, when somebody stole out my mailbox, Shit happens every day, B. I'm gonna tell you.
Why would you put it in the mailbox anyway, though?
Why did we agree to that?
Yeah, that was y'all.
Maybe they old fashioned. Maybe they don't trust banks. They want it in the mailbox.
Put it in the mailbox.
Maybe
you couldn't put it in the door. You couldn't put it in the
slot.
slot. Like you put it in the mailbox.
Maybe they wanted a money order instead of cash. I don't know.
Stolen. Yeah. Case closed.
I guess.
That's your fault.
All right. It says King is not holding up his end of the relationship, according to his wife Jane. Said he doesn't do anything around the house, and Jane spends all of her days at work. King mom recently passed away from breast cancer that actually spread rapidly. Now it says King completely shut down. Jane does not care.
Yeah, I think you could have put a shorter one, but go ahead.
Yeah, I probably could. Jane does not. Jane does not care, as bills still need to be paid. Side note: this was King's behavior prior to his mother passing as well. Should Jane break up with King? Is Jane wrong for not feeling sorry for King anymore?
Yep.
She should have seen that red flag from the rip.
Yeah, well, that was about him being lazy, right? He's
Pretty
still
much
lazy because his mom's.
Yeah, so he basically.
Yeah, that don't change when you be. It just doesn't change. You see that ahead of time, so that's our fault.
He was using that as a crutch, pretty much.
Basically,
as a crutch, like, all right, so you was lazy before, and then now, unfortunately, your mom passed away, but you're kind of using it as a crutch to continue.
She got run away.
He wasn't working either.
Oh shit,
it's too much.
That's the
too much pressure.
Child.
Yeah.
She should bring another nigga over. I bet you he get up.
Oh shit.
He might not.
He might. I don't know. Niggas get desperate. Nigga, you fuck around, kill him.
He the type to want his ring back.
Hey, yo, not he's the type that wants the ring back.
That sound like the relationship. Like she bought it and he act like he gave it to her.
Damn.
People really be doing that?
They say it really happened. I heard. I've never seen such.
Before I even get to the next thing, so people, because I always seen that online. It's like, all right, like somebody, they had roses, or they might have like something, a nice gift, and they be like, oh, my dude bought it, or oh, my chick bought it. And the whole time they was faking it. They built that shit themselves. And
yes.
What are you getting out of that though? Like, what's the purpose of that? Like, you bought that's a lot of attention. You bought this for yourself, put it online. You put a caption. Yeah. That's some sick behavior right there.
You got a receipt. You went to the store.
Sick behavior.
You picked it out.
Yo, what is
sick behavior?
Yeah.
Social media is something else. Like,
you put the down payment on your own engagement ring. You did it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a little.
Yeah. See?
That's a little.
Huh? See?
That's sad.
That's the woman that knows she won't.
Yeah.
This guy's sick.
Yo.
Sick behavior.
Things happen every day.
All right. Speaking of messy, it says both Pam and Olivia are pregnant by Sam. Both girls are due. Sound like a Nick Cannon situation right here. It say both girls are due the same month. Both girls' water broke the same day. Sam couldn't pick which delivery room he wanted to be in, so he didn't go to either. If you were Sam, how would you handle this? Would you just miss out on this moment?
A Zoom conference.
Yeah, what would y'all do? Y'all got two females pregnant at the same time. What do you do?
First of all, the chances of that happening at the same time is crazy. Like you
I don't
like
think it's that crazy.
You think for that to happen at the same time?
I don't think it's that crazy.
Nope.
That's wild.
Yeah, you got two females, they pregnant. Yeah, so they go in labor at the same time.
For them to get pregnant at the same time and for them to go into labor the same day, that's wild.
He could have got one pregnant a month before the other. She might have just went in early.
Yeah, so that's the question is, what would you do? Where would you go? Are you going to baby A or baby B?
I would have to. All right, so
Zoom.
Not the Zoom. That's a good one. Damn. Like, would you?
I think that's circumstantial. Maybe one is pushing, the other one not pushing. Where the hospital's at.
Right. If they in the same, you might fuck around being the same. They could be.
If they in the same hospital.
I guess it depends on who he care. I guess if you're gonna go, I guess it's wherever one you go to. That's probably the one you care about more. If honestly, if you're gonna go and you go to a certain one, most likely you probably cared about that one more. The other one could have been an accident. Other one could have been an accident.
I'm not coming to see this delivery because you were an accident. I'm going to see my baby that I planned for.
I wouldn't say that.
You know what happens when it happens? The one you said is accident is gonna be born first.
You know what?
That's what's gonna happen.
And you probably would. And then now you sitting there looking dumb.
But it's okay. Hopefully you're never in those type of situations.
Nah, I'm cool. I ain't gotta worry about that. I ain't gotta worry about that. But that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
If I just don't go to either one at that point. That way neither one of them could really be mad. You can always come to see both of them once they're born.
That's what Sam decided.
Now, if it was your first kid, that's different. That's a little. It's like like what do you do?
These his first two.
Both of them is first two.
This usually happens. Your first two.
Both your babies. Here you go.
So either way,
that's on him for being that messy.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put that on him for being messy. Yeah.
Sam is a mess.
Jane and Kim have been best friends since grade school. Jane meets the love of her life, Rick, but it did not work out considering the two just could not be on the same page. Kim eventually started dating Rick, and those two are inseparable and eventually married, eventually married. Would you attend the wedding of your best friend and ex, or would you cut both parties off?
I mean, everybody's cut off is the first thing I wanted to say that came to mind. But hey, to each his own. I'm not sure.
No, we best friends.
Yeah, but it didn't work out.
We're best friends.
But
yeah,
like
y'all date your best friends.
We're best friends. You knew I dated him first, even if it didn't work out.
Mm-hmm.
I actually dated this man, not talked to him, not flirted with him, not just a few text messages. Dated this man.
Right.
It didn't work out, and then you dated him, and now he's the love of your life. Y'all get married.
Now, is it just because he's the best, or just because is it just because?
Yes.
Well, you already answered.
Because why? There are so many different men in this world. Why this man?
Women like dating the same type men. So if you got a friend,
you
got a friend and y'all are like, you gonna like him too.
No,
that is the thing.
That is.
I think that's interesting. You know how people used to say you don't share how good sex may be with the next person because girls be wanting to try it. Mm-hmm. I never believed it until I seen it happen. See? And I was like, wow,
you don't even know.
That's messy.
That nigga trifling. As far as you know, he trifling and he don't wash his ass.
So my God.
Now you just put a whole.
He trifling and don't wash his ass. That's it. To me, I know he does those things, but to you,
women should be. I feel like women be over-indexing they lives or their dating lives with their best friends, and I feel like that's a red flag. If you're having issues, all right, tell me about your issues. But if you know what I'm saying, you happy, you good, I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that.
Okay.
What?
Okay, so you feel like females embellish
a little too much.
Okay. I can see that. So I'm basically embellishing you and our relationships with my friends, making it seem as more than what it really is. Yeah, that go back to that's how people end up buying their own rings.
Yep.
Stuff like that.
They stuck in
it's not that, and you decided to make it there.
Stuck in a miserable ass relationship or something. Oh, it's great.
Share your happy moments.
I never thought about that though. What he said, he was like about because if it's your best friend, I guess some of that might wear off on you. Are y'all like the same type of? Y'all could.
No, that's just
could.
No.
It could.
I don't believe just because you and your best friend are similar or like the same things doesn't mean you like the same nigga.
It could have been something.
Ew.
You never. Yeah, true. But you never know. Some friends out here.
That's not your friend. It's not your friend.
Yeah, who
I haven't met
friend?
Any friends or long-term friends that have the same type of
You don't think it's?
I haven't even met niggas that like the same type of bitch. In a friend group. In an actual
in a friend group?
That's cat.
Let's see.
All friend groups like the same chicks.
But then you look at the chicks and none of them are the same.
Personality might be the same.
Something in there could have been the same.
I see friend groups, they all have different body types, personalities, everything. It's just I've never met an actual male friend group where they like the same type of female.
I think the friend groups that grew up together compared to friend groups that you met along the way that y'all just kind of collided together, then I can understand that. But niggas that been around since Sandbox, they like the same shit.
That's cute.
No.
Interesting.
That's not that's cute.
Interesting take it.
All right, so let me ask you this. It says, did you know that hamster privilege is a thing? And so this is what this chick wrote. She says, hamster privilege is indeed a thing, and if you haven't experienced it as well. And then it says, women cook, clean, buy gifts, make reservations, etc. for men they find attractive. You haven't experienced it because you're lacking in the gene pool, beloved. And honestly, as sad as it is, some people just need to learn how to fucking write. Even the broke ones still benefit from it. You know how many fine broke ass men be having their way with women. It really is unfortunate.
Who didn't know that?
Yeah,
that's the same reason why a lot of girls that are pretty get ahead in life. Like it's the same thing.
A lot of pretty airheads.
I mean, they don't even have to be an airhead. Like if she's pretty and she can talk her way into some shit, she can talk her way into some shit.
True. That's how most guys do. It's getting, first of all, it's getting cold outside, so most niggas about to talk their way right into a place to live for the winter.
Everybody probably know a broke nigga that's good looking, but he's broke. But you wondering like how he get all this shit.
He's being taken care of.
He fucking for his life. Well. What you mean?
he might not
need somewhere to stay.
He might not even be fucking.
He's just handsome.
He just handsome.
Some people just have the gift of the gab. I've learned that. Like,
like
you can talk. They can talk their way in and out of anything, and you just be like, well, how the hell is that? Like, you know. Sometimes you got it. Sometimes you don't.
If you good looking, you can get ahead in life. If you know how to dress, but you might not be good looking, you can get ahead in life. If you have money and you ain't good looking, you can get ahead in life. I'm pretty sure we've all seen that shit.
Yeah, I agree.
It's the same as we talked about harassment. Like if it's a good looking,
if it's a good looking guy, it's not harassment. If it's an ugly nigga that you don't want to talk to, it's harassment.
It's
crazy. But you know that's crazy though, because what if? So I wonder if a lot of women miss out on their opportunity with a good guy because he wasn't quite her type. And
this ain't a Tyler Perry movie.
But I'm just saying,
it is what it is.
It's because there's always be chicks out here. They can't never find. I can never find a nigga. I can't find a guy.
We already talked about that.
And then
some people just have standards for stuff that is not for them. You reaching for a nigga that's just not in your bracket. Just you out of.
At any point in time in life, do people have to lower their standards?
They shouldn't have to.
No. They shouldn't have to, but I'm saying it doesn't get a point into life like maybe their standards are too high.
You got to hit rock bottom.
You just got to hit rock bottom.
I can see your standards maybe being unreasonable for something.
Unreasonable standards, all right.
Maybe, but okay. I don't know. That's situational. It depends on what your standards are. Because
I think some people sometimes might have standards so high that they're not even living up to, and then they try to get others to live up to that standard, but they set that standard and they not even coming close to that bar. No. They might think they are. They might. It's a lot of people that think they have. Their standards just so up here, and your standards is something small to somebody else.
Yeah, you want a 6-figure guy and you make the low end of a 5-figure.
Yeah, but to them that's their standard. That's all they knew.
That's all they know.
Like, is your goal to get there yourself, or is your goal to just get the man that's there and then you just
I don't think. See, part of the problem is I don't think some people even have. They don't have a goal. They don't have a standard. They don't know anything. They just know they want a good. What would be considered a good person or a good? You know what I'm saying? What would that be considered? Because everybody has a different. Everybody has a different viewpoint when it comes to that. Like, oh, I need a. You hear it all the time. I need a good guy. I need a good girl. Mm-hmm. But what does that exactly mean to somebody?
So if you weren't in a relationship, if you weren't engaged right now, what would you want? What would you consider being a good girl for you?
What would I consider being a good girl? First of all,
Tiff, we not talking.
If I wasn't, what would I? Well, one, good girl. That's the shit. I don't think guys just go to look for what's a good girl. Because at that time, I probably would just be trying to just run through shit. I'd probably just be trying to run through stuff at that very moment. I don't think I would be trying to figure out exactly what a good girl is at the moment.
All right.
If I was single, I'm just saying.
I'm about to pull it for you, bro.
I'm about to say, and you want to take this?
I'm about to say.
You want to take it?
Generalizing a good person with somebody like just put together, somebody you ain't really gotta like take care of. Mm-hmm. Like, I think anybody that make your life easier. I kind of learned that like a couple weeks ago. Like, there's somebody that can make your life simple.
Yeah.
And just everything just kind of mesh is kind of like overall expected thing.
Right, because because you figure I had a lot going on at a young age. Like I was already in my career, like right out of high school, right to my career. So by 22, I was like already way further than a lot of the chicks that I came across. So it was like when I came off to them, it was just like, oh shit, they need to get their shit together. I didn't need to get my shit together. I was still working.
Oh, so I
was still working. I was what?
You was the price?
Absolutely, I definitely wasn't. I was I was deprived at the time, especially growing up. It wasn't a lot of. Still to this day, a lot of niggas still ain't shit. So it's just like, if you had your shit, you had your shit going on at that particular time. Like I had my own place, I had my own car, I had my own everything.
He was rich.
I definitely wasn't rich. Definitely wasn't rich. But I needed somebody that that came along and just adapted to my lifestyle, and I also needed somebody that I can help build up too. It's like, all right, I got this going on, but let me help you build yourself up too. Let me help you get to where you need to be. We're gonna turn it to a team and work together. So, along those lines. But everybody don't think like that. Everybody just they just want to get somebody. It's like, all right, they gotta have this, I gotta have this. This is such and such. Where in reality, you should supposed to have somebody that's just compliment each other, and y'all supposed to teach each other some new stuff. Because I had to work on my I had to work on some stuff too.
You were struggling with that. You were struggling with that question.
I had to
struggling with that.
I'm crazy.
Yeah.
That ass. It's all right.
And they flipped it back on me.
It's all right.
So it was Nick Cannon, right? Nick Cannon, right? So this comes up. It seems like my man get a chick pregnant every week, right? So what is the obsession? What do you think in his life makes him want to just keep making all these kids, but not being?
I'm not even asking the question about him anymore. I want to ask the women that are still.
Better yet, let me ask you that question. What do you think? And these women are thinking when they're laying down and they're going to have a kid with them. Like how does it sound that you're baby mom number 12? Like how does that even?
Wow, what is that about?
Such a title? That is crazy. Like this is your first kid is his 12th. So like what?
Is the last one? That's her first kid.
I don't know if it's her first kid or not. I'm just saying. I'm just saying in general.
Like, I think he got like 5 or 6 baby moms, but they had multiple like kids.
And it's
very concerning. I'm not really sure, but that would be my question too to the people who signed up for this. Like what is you? Yeah.
Right, because people.
I'm disgusted.
Because it's because that's a lot. Like that's a lot. It's a lot going on there. Like I know that people say he got the money. He could probably take. It's just hard that you can't have that same type of. Especially with his schedule, probably. I'm pretty sure he has a crazy schedule. You probably pass him off to maybe a nanny. The mom probably got it, something like that. So while financially you might be able to be there, I don't know. Like,
I don't know what's going on.
I don't know how.
It's too much.
It's like every other week though. Like and then the blogs posted, people comment. People been putting the same comments for 10 kids now. Like, all right, now this is getting like the jokes done played out. Like now it's like, all right, bro, you might have a legitimate issue. Like
what's really going on?
The only reason we get those comments is because nobody is getting a legitimate answer to why he's having all these kids or why these women are agreeing to still have his kid after he went through his 7th kid or 6th kid. Like once he got the number 5, he already had 2 with Mariah. So once he got the number 5 and he was still like counting or adding them up or stacking up, nobody was thinking to himself like, what am I getting out of this? Because at the end of the day, he's not in a relationship with any of these women. So at the end of the day, you still a single mother.
Right.
And then all is just to be a single mom.
Just to be a single mom. And he may have your kids financially backed for years to come or whatever case may be. We're not denying that, but everybody knows from growing up in the hood, growing up to the suburbs, or growing up in a rich neighborhood, whatever the case may be, you can't be raised just by money. Because then your kids wind up feeling abandoned. They got issues that they can't talk to you about because you're never there. But you just throwing money at them. Like, that's fine on my 16th birthday. You buy me the newest car that's out. But I mean, like, damn, when I was 10 and I was in that ballet recital, nigga, you wasn't there.
Yeah.
Go for him.
Hey, man. That's crazy. So, I don't know if you've seen online. So, it was this guy. He was a father. I might have seen it on your page, actually. He had a fatherless baby shower. Did you see that?
He
had a motherless baby shower. Yes.
I think.
What's your thoughts on that?
I think we should. I mean, in all reality, like how many baby showers you go to where like it's a lot of men at the baby shower? Unless it's like his friend. Like if he has a friend group, like if he has a solid friend group, then they're gonna show up. But how many men actually have that? And it's like a bunch of men at this baby shower. Like the baby shower technically is not for you.
Right. When did men start coming to baby showers? Because before it
when
was.
When did it start? Life just changes.
It kind of does. It's like it's a lot of stuff that just changes. Like, well, when did that start? Like, when did
They don't care.
I don't know.
Ain't no liquor at the baby shower. All you talking about is baby clothes. If it's his first kid, he probably terrified. He don't know what to do. If it's his third kid, he probably like, I don't feel like doing this shit all over again.
All right. The father is the mother's baby shower though. That's crazy though. That's different.
I mean, it's for him, so he can do what he want to do.
Yeah.
He can do what he wants at this baby shower. And then, like, say if they not together and he don't want to be at that baby shower around all her family or whatever the case may be, he irritated. So I don't want to be there. So I'm gonna have my own.
Go off. Yeah, basically.
I'm gonna have my own. I don't want to be in the pictures with your mom and she calling me all types of trifling ass niggas. Like, I'm gonna have my own.
You think something? First of all, it's never good when the parents don't even like when they don't like each other and y'all having a baby and bringing that baby into the family. That's pretty wild.
Child.
But
Well,
hey,
that's the way of life.
hey, what do I know? So it was a video. The chick, she said she's down for nap dates, pretty much. Like her, like there's nothing wrong with having.
We talked about that.
We didn't.
We did talk about nap dates.
When did we talk about nap dates?
When we were talking about dates. We went through the whole
I don't
thing
remember
of
bringing
what
up nap
dates was. We went through the whole thing of what a date can be, and I was like, a nap date is something you can do with somebody. Like, you call them up, be like, hey, let's, you want to come over to chill, might take a nap.
Yo, what? I think you slipped that one in there. I don't
remember that. You saying I don't remember that either. Like, what was this?
It's like one of our first, like, maybe like between episode 1 to 3. 1 to 3, one of them. And we were talking about dates. Remember, because I listed the pause, I said ice cream, I said the park, or whatever case, but I brung up a nap. You can have a nap date.
Elaborate on the nap date. Elaborate. No. You must have slipped that in because I don't remember that. Elaborate the nap date.
A nap date is like, I mean, I don't know if you specifically texting somebody saying, hey, you want to come over and take a nap or whatever the case may be, but usually, like, if you're comfortable with this person, I should be able to text you, like, you want to come over and chill, and then maybe it turns into a nap.
It's still a date.
It's a date.
If a guy asks you to have a nap date, how would that go? just think about it. No, I'm just saying. Thinking. If a guy said some shit women could just get away with, guys can't. Like, a guy can't say, yo, let's just go ahead. You want to have a nap date?
It's all about how comfortable you are with that person. If they're not that comfortable with you, he's not gonna text you and be like, hey, you want to take a nap with me, because it's gonna come off as creepy.
So if you was comfortable with him and guys say, hey, let's go take a nap, you know what I'm saying, that's
I'll ask this question. Have y'all ever been the little spoon in your relationship?
Why you asking this?
Like, what, yo?
You trying to expose this?
Yeah, exactly right.
I'm just asking.
That's a petty ass question right there. Petty as shit right there. What is we doing here?
Yo,
what are we doing here?
Because guys would be so manly and they all of this gangster shit with their friends or with other niggas, but then behind closed door with their girlfriend, their significant other, whatever the case may be, if she brings him that much comfort and peace, child, that nigga is like silly putty.
Listen,
so now this answers the question that I know both of them probably. That's fine. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. But you're comfortable.
Listen.
So if you sit on the couch and you might have had a rough day, or you just relaxing and you be like, you know what, babe, come lay on the couch with me.
All right, that makes sense. I get you there.
That's not a date. That's
just, you know what I'm saying? You just chill.
That's if y'all already in the house. But if they're not in the house with you, they have to come over to your house.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what you doing? You should just come over. And now we chill on the couch. It's a nap date.
Okay. I guess so. Is there a movie involved here?
It might be a movie, a show, or she might just want to be in your company.
Netflix and chill. That's all this is then.
But that's still a nap date.
So Netflix and chill is a nap date, is what you're saying?
Yeah, because after a while I'm going to sleep. So nap date. Nap date.
I guess.
Y'all listen.
I feel attacked.
Yeah.
That's because Aunt like taking naps. So now we got that out. Now we got that out. Y'all like being a little spoon and y'all like taking naps.
Listen, when you love somebody, all right?
When you love somebody.
When you love somebody, certain shit just, you know what I'm saying? Certain shit is different, man. What guys do at home with the girls, do not need to be exposed in public, all right?
Why would you think somebody will roll up?
Now just out here, oh, you the little spoon nigga. All right, cool. All right, I see you. You know what I'm saying? I see you play it.
If y'all like it, it's fine. It is perfectly fine. Nobody is judging y'all but another nigga who don't get that treatment. That's the only person that's judging y'all. Right. And a female who too hard to cuddle somebody. I don't know. But at the end of the day, if y'all are that comfortable, that is a good thing. That's where you should be.
Yeah, I don't need no female that tough that she
gotta think
that she thinks she didn't. Like, what are we doing here?
See?
Like, why are you tougher than me? Like, what is going on here? Like, what did your dad tell you when he raised you that made you just so tough and so hard that it's just like, all right.
And I mean, it comes with being loved as a kid too. Like, did you get hugged a lot? Like, those
true.
things. Was your house real hard body or not?
Right, I get that. I guess I get that. Being a dad is like, all right, you having a daughter,
cuddle with your daughter,
especially having a daughter is like, all right.
Yeah. So try me. Try me if you want to.
It's different. It's like
because when she get older and she don't want to talk to you, you're gonna be mad because you remember when she was 1 and 2 and 3 and wanted to cuddle, and now she 15, 16, and she rolling her eyes at you every chance she get.
At that point, I'll be considered old. I'm like, I remember. That's when you start talking. You start reminiscing about. I remember you was a kid. Yeah, you old. Born in the 1900s.
I don't want to do this no more. Why you touching me?
He born in the 1900s.
I hate hearing it.
I know. Born in the 1900s.
Like 1900s. What the?
That shit sound crazy, don't it?
Like what? Like I don't. No, see. No.
So, Miss Petty Wednesday over there.
I'm cracking up. Yeah, we out here.
So, what's your ultimate goal when it comes to the Petty Wednesday brand? Let's start there first.
That's interesting. I was going to ask y'all the same thing, but I'll go first.
You go first.
I really want to explore this whole gaming thing. Sometimes I struggle whether or not I want to do media. I really don't need to be in the forefront.
So you more like to be behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes. So Instagram keeps me behind the scenes, but I have been thinking about growing the page. Because I pretty much do everything actually. Like I may, get help on the side. Friends repost, etc. But I don't really have like a team that I've hired and work with. So maybe I'll explore that. But yeah, just to be able to make people laugh, be a conversation starter, and create games where people can like have fun.
Right? Do you think? Or so you just said building a team. So you think that'll take you to the next level?
Yeah. If I had like people maybe who could send the latest tea in LA or Atlanta, or people who was good with creating things. Yeah, like a social media person, a media person who could get paid to travel, content creators. Yeah, if I had like a team of like maybe 5 people, I think, but I've done good by myself.
Right.
But yeah, if I had a team that would bring maybe more followers, more like growing, so. Right. But it's cool.
Who's your go-to person now when it comes to like, who's that one go-to person you're like, all right, if I needed to talk to or I need to, some advice, something, who do you go to? You have like a specific person?
My mother.
Your mom?
Yeah, I'll chat with her. And I got a lot of friends too, but I ain't gonna name one because I ain't gonna name one of them. So I'll just say my mom. But I got people who been around. Everybody's supportive. I don't have one of those journeys to be like, people ain't support you, ain't do this. No, I got a good group of people around.
I was about to say. So when you did the card game, how was the support?
Good. Good. This is recorded, so I won't trash any of you. But
oh man,
yeah, but good. A lot of support. No real bad vibes.
No real bad.
The game is hard.
No, so actually, this was the game I wanted to target, but it has way too much drinking. It would never make the shelf. It's just a lot of drinking. So it's more so now just basically trying to sell it. I do want to create like maybe a part 2 with less drinking and more male content. Maybe that would be the version to go on Target, or we'll just keep going. We got a whole list of things to create. So
Amazon.
So is that your ultimate goal to get on the shelf, like in the stores?
Amazon is giving me a hard time currently. If anybody that works there, call me. But they give me a hard time. I'm not sure, but I'll keep trying to put it on there. But now I just sell it from my trunk or my website. But yeah, originally it was. But then when I realized they do have a lot of drinking, I was like, okay, this is not going to pass to the next stage. But that's fine. I had to do it in order to see. So now moving forward, the next one it'd be like maybe more wittier, more funnier. So, but it was a good start. Great start.
That's a good thing. You said you wanted to ask us something, so we.
Yeah, I mean, this is not a question for most of the people who create podcasts. It just be like, why?
Why?
It'd be like, why?
So,
yeah.
Me personally, I think you gotta. It's like a therapy session, honestly, that you can get paid for. Let's start there.
Okay.
But I think sometimes with it being so many podcasts out there with just like outlandish opinions and outlandish. When I started this podcast, it was kind of like we wanted to really like zone in and really real content, pretty much. Okay. So when we started off, we just out the gate, first episode, it was just love. It's people like, I like your vibe. I like how y'all, go about it. Y'all not just talking bullshit. You're actually talking with a purpose. Because some podcasts don't talk with a purpose. They just talk pretty much. They talk and they ramble. They don't really have topics. So I knew when we started this one, we had to have topics. We had a certain demographic we wanted targeted. Along those lines. So that's why we started this one. And it's fun too. I mean,
yeah, you've been on like 40 podcasts. So. This your favorite one?
I only been on one before. This is not my favorite. I've been on one, not 40.
So this one's working out.
Of course.
Okay.
This is us. This is ours.
Period.
Okay.
Yeah, this is ours. So nobody can come along and take it away from us.
Okay, so then I want to know why, and then after everyone says why, which is usually the same shit,
right?
So then, what would be the ultimate goal? Do you do this to travel the world, to make money, to the perks, like?
So a little bit of everything. So I actually when I started off, you about to kill me about my notebook, but in the back of the notebook, I actually have first year goals. It was our first year goals, and then after that, I'll continue that, but. Some of the goals I had written down was obviously first to get the LLC. Okay. And I actually just filed for the trademark for the name of the podcast too. To sell gear, which we do.
Okay. I really do like these t-shirts you guys.
Appreciate that. We gotta get you one. 1,000 YouTube subscribers. Okay. That was one of the goals. Just we go from there so we can start monetizing YouTube. Obviously, promotion and sponsors. We actually starting in a couple weeks. We actually just got a wine sponsor. So that's we just trying to build that foundation starting off. That way, because you never know who you might come across, who you might cross paths with. The ultimate goal is to make money, obviously, because podcasting is $1 billion industry. It's $1 billion industry. Okay. Listen, we just need a piece of that. That's it. We just need We just need a piece of it. So when you get your
sponsors, what are your sponsors? What are you looking to them to do for you guys' podcast?
Exposure is the main thing. We do a lot of Instagram promotion. That's how it helps organically build up our following. Just always seeing our ads. But I feel as though, and it's not just saying just because it's our podcast, but I feel as though if we had a sponsor to really back us with money, that we could really like be one of those podcasts that are like top. I've heard, and I'm not just coming from me. I've heard people tell me this. Like I've heard people like if somebody just came along and like put a financial backing behind us, it'll really like push us to that next level because they really enjoy our content. They really because everything's about popularity and everything's about exposure. So we just kind of we started from nothing. So it's like we just kind of doing it all ourselves. But like I said, if a sponsor out there listening, y'all want to holler at us, Letsmakesenseofit@gmail.com. You know what I'm saying? We can talk. We can talk.
Okay, go off.
But you know what I'm saying? Hey, throw that out there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to throw a bag our way. You know what I'm saying? But that I think if that happens, then we'd be able to get our own space. We'd be able to, just everything would just fall into motion. But like I said, you just got to have that right person to take a chance on you. And I feel as though if we have somebody take a chance on us, we would pay them back and then some. Like they won't even trust me. I'm confident in my team. For sure.
Okay, go off. I like it.
For sure.
That's what's up.
Confident in the team for sure. So
that was it. Yes, that's how we want to know. What brings people to the table.
For sure. But like I said, some people just start one. They just want to just talk shit, and they use it as a hobby. That's that. We trying to make some money out of this thing. Why not talk shit and be able to get paid for it too?
Why not get paid? Everything's $1 these days. So yeah,
but you never know. You might podcast. We might have a podcast network. Other podcasts underneath us. Listen, we always, oh, you never know. You never know.
Yeah, did you have these same goals with that previous group?
Yeah, but that wasn't. You know what I'm saying, that wasn't mine. So
you had your notebook back then.
You know I had a notepad.
You was more serious than now.
Exactly. I've always, I always say you got to be prepared. Gotta be prepared, but it's all love. There's no hard feelings, nothing. It's all love.
That's what's up. Okay.
We appreciate you,
podcast guy.
We appreciate you for coming through. You want to give them your social media?
Yeah. Follow me at Petty Wednesday, Instagram. Where else I'm at? I'm on Twitter sometimes, but you don't want to follow me there. Petty Wednesday on Instagram. How petty are you? Get the card game at www.pettywednesday.com. Fast shipping, nice packaging.
There we go. You gotta sell it. If you need art gear, Let's Make Sense of It podcast.
Yeah, let me get a t-shirt. I need a small.
For sure. I got you. like we always say, man, common sense ain't always common. So put a little bit more smarts in the world. And on that note, it's the boy Vance.
And I'm Ed.
Holla at y'all.
Bye.
Make it, baby. Make it make sense. Come on, make it make sense. Come on, make it, baby. Make it make sense. Come on, make it.